Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Ritchie Thomas, the Soldier's Coach, coming to you with today's show, my top 10 reasons why you're not getting hired, even before, during, or after COVID-19. Let's go ahead and jump right in and roll that beautiful bean footage. Boom.
That's good.
All right, everyone. Hello again. My name is Ritchie Thomas, and I'm a Soldier's Coach. And today's show and platform is for a soldier, by a soldier. But again, I'm here to mentally help you all transition from a soldier's mindset to a business professional's mindset. And today's show is our top 10 reasons why you're not getting hired. That's right, my top 10 reasons why you're not getting hired. And this can be before, during, or after COVID-19. So let's jump right in. So number one is you see yourself, sell yourself, and brand yourself to the marketplace as a soldier, which is a problem because soldiers don't get hired. Business professionals do, right? So business is a repeatable process that makes money. That's all it is. A business is a repeatable process that makes money. And some of you strictly see yourself, sell yourself, and brand yourself to the marketplace as a soldier. And there's no department of soldier. There's no Navy department. There's no department strictly for Marines. There's no department for Coast Guard. I mean, if you walk outside your home, your community, walk into any mom and pop store, think about the different parts of their business. I don't care if it's a bakery, a grocery store, a barber shop, a mechanic shop, a construction site. They have typically there's 5 main areas, right? Like sales, marketing, finance, business ops, logistics, IT, HR, finance type of thing, give or take 1 or 2 others, but there's really only 5 or 6 core departments of a business. So there's no department for military. And if you see yourself and you sell yourself and you brand yourself strictly as a military guy or gal, that's awesome. They'll pat you on your back and thank you for your service. I mean, they'll buy you a beer on Independence Day or Veterans Day. But they're not going to hire you because they're in the business of making money. They provide a product or service to the marketplace. They're not in the business of hiring people strictly because they were in the military. And a lot of times when, the companies out there who will hire you, but they 9 times out of 10 have to retrain you on how to do what that particular business does, not what you do, right? So there's always we hire soldiers to retrain them to work for our business, right? That's the big misconception there. So let me kind of show y'all, break down, if we will, what a business is really. So let me flip my screen here. So I'm a big fan of this book called The Personal MBA, right? So The Art of Business. So phenomenal author here, Josh Kaufman, basically says there's 5 parts to every business, right? So there's part 1 is value creation, right? Discovering what people need or want, then you create it. Step 1. Number 2 is marketing. So you attract attention and building demand for what you've created, right? Number 3, sales, turning prospective customers into paying customers, right? Number 4 is value delivery. You give customers what you've promised and ensuring that they're satisfied, i.e., you're not a scammer, right? And number 5 is finance, bringing in enough money to keep going and make your effort worthwhile. So those are 5 parts of every business. You know what words were not used in here? I do not see the word military anywhere on here. I do not see the word soldier anywhere on here. I don't see the word veteran anywhere on here. It's 5 parts of every business. No military mention. No shout out to soldiers or Marines or sailors or airmen, Coast Guardsmen. None of that. 5 parts of every business. A business is a repeatable process that makes money. So when you see yourself and you sell yourself and you brand yourself to the marketplace as a soldier, how does that help that business? So what I need you to do, if you haven't done this already, your resume, your LinkedIn, all of that good stuff. You need to have a LinkedIn. You should see yourself, sell yourself, and brand yourself to the marketplace as a leader, as a subject matter expert, a leader in whatever field you want to work in for the next 5, 10, 20 years, the rest of your career. Because if you switch in how you position yourself, if you change how you sees you, then you change how the market sees you. If the market just sees you strictly as a soldier, again, like it's a PR thing, like we'll pat you on your back and say good luck, but they're probably not going to hire. And let's say they do hire you. I mean, would you pay top dollar for somebody who's not selling their knowledge, skills, and abilities in that particular business? Like, we want to hire like subject matter experts. We don't want to hire, interns aren't making $1 million a year for a reason, because they're not adding value to a business. A business is a repeatable process that makes money, i.e., if you're not impacting the bottom line and your resume doesn't say you impact the bottom line and your elevator speech doesn't say you impact the bottom line, like, why should they hire you, or why should they pay you top dollar? You're not seeing yourself. You don't see yourself, and you don't sell yourself, and you don't brand yourself as the leader in that arena, in that field, in that industry. Does your resume look like the other? That's a great tool. Let me say this. So I would like you, as a homework assignment, to hit on LinkedIn and go in your industry, right? If it's finance, if it's architecture, whatever, accounting, marketing. If you looked at the top 25, top 50 people where you live on LinkedIn, and you did a search for the top 25 people, would your LinkedIn profile pop up? So if the market can't find you as an industry leader and what you say you do, how are they ever going to hire you? Because if you're not showing up, and a lot of that is keywords based, right? You probably have the experience. I mean, if you was in the military longer than a year, you're an expert at something, right? But if you only see, sell, and brand you in camouflage, how's that help you get a job for a business? You have to understand that even the military is and was a business. They're in the business of security. They're in the business of defense. They defend the country. So you're an employee for the military. You're in the business of defense and security. So it's really good marketing for them to say, oh, you're an Army soldier for life. Like, that's cool, but the reality is you can't wear that uniform forever. So it's not soldier for life. It's soldier for whatever the contract says. Your contract's 3 to 5 years. You're a soldier for 3 to 5 years. Because, that contract, I suck at math, but I'm really, really good at basic math, right? A plus B will always be C. You in the government sign a contract. That contract has what's known as an end date. And when the end date's over, your service is over. So stop selling yourself to the marketplace as a soldier, because you're not a soldier. You were a business professional. You served with the military. You served in the military. That was your employer. It's not your identity. So you see in the mirror, a soldier, a Marine. It's cool. Like, it's not I love it. But you're hurting yourself if that's only the way you see yourself as a soldier, and you're not seeing yourself as a business professional. Because we live in America. Our economic system is known as capitalism. This means anything and everything is for sale via a business. How are you helping that business make more money? So I need you to mentally transition in how you see yourself from a soldier to a business professional, who specializes in XYZ. What do you sell yourself in? I stopped telling people I was in the Army because I was embarrassed or ashamed. No, it was one of the highest honors ever. But I said I was in technology. I just happened to be in the military. It's very different than saying I'm a soldier. Well, you're a soldier. That's great. What the hell does that mean? There's like 500 jobs in the military. Like, what exactly is it that you do that could translate to help my business, right? So you have to mentally transition from seeing yourself as a soldier to seeing yourself as a business professional, right? So number 1, see, sell, and brand yourself. I can make the whole show about that. Really, that's what it is, right? That's number one. So number two is marketing. You have a marketing problem. I want you to think, and quite frankly, it's on LinkedIn, right? So if you're not getting hired, you got to understand that LinkedIn has become your online resume. LinkedIn is your personal brand for your professional brand. LinkedIn is how you tell the world who you are, the business world, and it's how they see you and it's how they find you. If the market can't find you, how the hell were they supposed to pay you? You don't have a LinkedIn page. What are you doing? A subset of that is not only do you not have one, or even if you do, did you do it? Did you design your LinkedIn page? Are you a professional HR, manager, director? Do you write jobs for a living? No. Are you a professional resume writer? Like, even if you did it, you probably did it sloppy. Do you paint your own house? Do you fix your own car? Right? Like, you need to hire a world-class resume writer or a world-class LinkedIn writer to help sell you from the previous step, to sell you to the marketplace as a leader in your industry. Your resume, your LinkedIn is your online resume. It has to be top notch. It's not Instagram. It's not Twitter. It's not Facebook. Like, I hate social media because I think that's where people go to play. I love LinkedIn because that's where people go to pay. And some of y'all not taking your LinkedIn page serious at all. I go on there and I'm like, damn, I wouldn't even hire you to cut my grass. Like, damn. When people submit to jobs, HR managers, directors will tell you the first thing they do is pull up your LinkedIn page. If you don't even have a page, that's strike one. Because that's just kind of like commonly known now. Like, that's how important it is. So you have a marketing problem, right? Marketing. How many people even know you're looking for a job? Right? And like, good marketing problem and a bad marketing problem, right? You could have a bad is, I didn't even know you was looking for a job, dude. We didn't even know you needed the help. That's a bad problem. A good problem is, I'm actively employed, I'm not even looking, and I still got recruiters coming at me going, and I'm like, not today. What's that number? Too low. Here's my number, come back when you got it, right? It's a good marketing problem, right? So you have a marketing problem if you're not getting hired, right? Marketing is usually LinkedIn. And even I would say to take it a step beyond LinkedIn, I mean, even the problem within your industry, I'm in IT. So if there's a job opening at Coca-Cola here in Atlanta, where I stay, Coca-Cola is one of the biggest companies here, right? So if they had an IT problem, would they even know to find me in IT to come and hire me and like pull me and poach me, right? To work for their business. You get paid to manage and solve problems. You do not get paid based off a military uniform, right? So if I have a marketing problem, if there's a problem out there and I know I can solve it and they can't find me, they can't find you. It's not what you know, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. Does the market even know you? I don't have a LinkedIn page. What is your problem? All right. So number two is marketing. Right. The market needs to know that you are the best in the world at what you do. More importantly, they need to know how and when and where to find you. Right. They can't pay you if they can't find you. Y'all are killing me. Number three is, this is a big thing in the military. Even this is on an American problem, right? Asking for help. They say that the three hardest things in the world to say is, I love you, I'm sorry, and I need help, right? I love you, I'm sorry, and I need help. Why is that? Because they're all seen as a sign of weakness. I need help. I need you to help me get over this. I need you to help me to love me. I need you to help me because I was wrong, right? I admit I was wrong, right? I'm asking for help. We don't do that, especially in the military. It's like we learn how to like basically suffer in silence. So you might be unemployed, COVID-19, or even next recession or whatever the situation. But if people don't know you're hurting, you're struggling, they don't know you need help, like how they gonna help you? So asking or learning how to ask for help is a big step, but we don't do that. And if you're unemployed, it might be a situation where you are doing that. So learning to ask for help, you're not a sign of weakness, you're not a lesser man or woman by any means. Learning to ask for help is a big one. When I got out of the recession in 2007, pride kicked in. My company was bought out, let go. Merger and acquisition, and our whole division was let go. And asking for help was kind of like, ugh, I would never do that. And it's like, okay, cool. We're gonna let you suffer in silence, right? So learning to ask for help, big mistake there. So cool. So number 4 is you waited too late. There's a saying that if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And this is kind of go back to the previous step of marketing. But you got to think about it. The best time to look for a job is when you have one. So if you're not getting hired, it's like, well, you might be in a situation where you're unemployed, or even if you are currently employed and the ship is getting ready to go down, so to speak. Like, are you waiting to look for a job like right before that last day? Because I was certainly there, right? Even getting out of the military, like I waited too late to look for a job until like 2 months before I got out. A lot of that was just age. I think I was 25, 26 when I got out of the military. So waiting too late to take action is something that a lot of people do. Again, you don't have to stay ready, or if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So your resume, your LinkedIn, you need to be out there meeting and greeting the people, all of that good stuff constantly. You need to be in the business of someone really smart told me this. Candace, love you. He said, you're not in the X business, you're in the marketing business, where we are all in the business of marketing our business services. Marketing. It's not what you know, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And the world needs to know who you are, but more importantly, what you can do for them, for their business. So that way, if they're in a situation where I'm unemployed, I need a job, I don't have to wait, right, for somebody to help me and hire me. My brand, my marketing is so good, I'm never in a position where I'm waiting to be hired. Like, I'm in a position where I'm like, dude, your number's too low. I like that job, but it's not the job I want. I'm in a situation where it's like, I really don't want to move. I appreciate the offer, but I'm good. Like, you are waiting too late to make the right career moves. You're waiting too late to market yourself. You're waiting too late to really build a strong and reputable brand in whatever it is you do, right? So waiting too late is a huge mistake, because it's always like, oh, I'm gonna wait for this perfect time. There is no perfect time. Right? You always need to be on, as they say, right? You ever see somebody famous and if they have Prince, rest in peace. If you ever saw Prince out when he was still out and about, you don't want to see him now, he'd probably be like a zombie. But if you saw Prince back in the day, like, his color was purple. Every time you saw that dude, that was his color, that was his color, that was his color. So if you saw him out and about at Starbucks and he had on like yellow, you'd be like, oh, he's not on brand. Like, what's that? Why does he look different now? And it's like, he has a reputation, he has a brand. So it's like, what is your brand? What is your reputation? Why are you waiting to create that within your industry? The world needs to know what you do, right? If you're a master electrician, or a master plumber, or a painter, the best landscaper in all of Dallas, Texas, like, does everybody in the state of Texas know how to find you? Somebody in whatever area or lane you guys work in, there's a millionaire in that lane, somebody who is killing it. And it's not that they're better or worse than you, but their brand and their market is already out there before yours is. So how is your brand in your career, in your lane, in your industry? If you're an accountant, how is your reputation in that lane? If I'm in IT, if you're in IT, like, how is your brand? How is your reputation in that lane? Some of you are waiting too late to establish your brand and your reputation in your field, right? So waiting too late to take action, to build your career, to recognize, it took me a while to understand that I, myself, you, me, we collectively are not individuals looking for jobs. Like, we're all really businesses individually. And we sell, we see ourselves and we sell ourselves and we brand ourselves to the marketplace as a certain way. And some of our brand is just camouflage, and that's not part of a business, right? So waiting too late, big step there. Cool. So number 5 is the next one here is, oh shit, this was me. Didn't take it serious. Again, a lot of this was age. If you're a young veteran getting ready to get out, I had, the best part and the worst part about being in your 20s is kind of like, everything and nothing at the exact same time. So I didn't take it serious at all. I didn't start looking for a job till like 2 months before I got out. And I was just like, Superman cape, I'm good. It'll work all out. And it didn't happen that way. So I didn't take the job search serious, didn't take my career serious, because I just assumed at 25 I was made of steel, so I'm gonna be a champ regardless. And no. So some of y'all are not taking it too serious. And by that, when I say, hey, did you hire somebody to do your resume? No, I did it myself. It's like, well, you don't you're not a professional resume writer. Why would you do that? You're not a professional LinkedIn profile creator. Why are you creating your own LinkedIn? Like, hire somebody to sell you to the marketplace. Like, you need an agent, right? So you're not taking it serious if you're not investing in your career. It's kind of like, how much money, dollar amount, have you put in your personal growth, your professional growth? Like, as a career professional, how much money have you out of pocket spent so that you can make more money tomorrow? Would you come out of pocket for a degree? Would you come out of pocket for a grad school? Would you come out of pocket for a PhD if that's what you so desire? Like, you're not taking it serious. If there's two things in this world that matter, your time and your money. If you're not putting both 110% into your career, and instead of just asking for help, it's like, hey, like, are you actually investing? So I got, I was in, in an unemployment situation in 2007, right? But now it's like, I've put so much money into building a brand for myself, my career in IT, and build money and investments in other lanes to build multiple streams of revenue. I take it very serious because I'm never going to be in a situation again where I can't feed my family. So I take it very serious. It's the first, second, and third most important thing in my life, feeding my kids, right? And even from a legacy standpoint, I want to be able to, I can feed my grandkids, my great-grandchildren, right? So not taking it serious, again, a good sign of that is you haven't hired a professional resume writer. It's very telling. All right. So number 6 is you did it yourself. Same thing. Your resume, your LinkedIn. It's funny to me, right? You ever notice how when you go to Chick-fil-A, the line's always wrapped around the corner? And that's every Chick-fil-A. And here in Atlanta, there's probably 300 different Chick-fil-A stores here. It's crazy, and they're always packed and they're always crowded. And then usually on the same street, there'll be a mom and pop restaurant that probably also sells chicken. They probably sell a chicken sandwich, and there's no line, there's no wait. And it baffles me how two people can do the same thing, same business, same industry of fast food, and Chick-fil-A can absolutely kill it and serve 1,000 people in a day. And the mom and pop business might not have 1,000 people in 3 months. How is that possible? And then when I look at what Chick-fil-A is, Chick-fil-A to a T is a business, a definition of a business. It's a repeatable process that makes money. That mom and pop struggles for everything because usually the owner is he's the waiter, he's cashier, cook, chef, right? I mean, he had the air fryer. I mean, he's sweeping up floors, he's refilling drinks, and it's like, go back to the board here. He's trying to do everything himself, right? Mom and pop won't let go. They have no system. They have no process. They are the system. They are the process. So they don't even own a business. They own a job. So when I look at what Chick-fil-A has created, literally, it says each flows into the next. The big issue with mom and pop is they have a marketing problem. No one knows who they are. I've never heard of that business. I was driving by Chick-fil-A and I saw, mom and pop Italian restaurant. That's not a marketing plan. That's a hope. That's a Hail Mary plan, right? But you're trying to do everything yourself, and you're not a business, right? You need, like I said, you need a professional resume writer. You need a professional LinkedIn. Like, you need a recruiting manager to market you to the marketplace. If you're here in Atlanta with Tech Systems is the huge, big IT recruiting firm. So essentially, they're marketing you for you because you don't know how to do that, right? So you need to hire, you need to have a team of people to help push you to the next level so you can get hired, right? So you have a marketing problem and you don't know anything about marketing, which is why you don't know how to market yourself. Going back to point 1, see yourself, sell yourself, and brand yourself as a soldier and not as a business professional. And you're trying to do it yourself. Don't be the mom and pop, be Chick-fil-A, and have your process, And a process runs with a team. So you need a team of people to help you get hired, right? Cool. So number 7 is, oh good God, this is probably the most hurtful because it's the most I see all the time, is undersell. We have this undeniable, fundamentally issue of underselling ourselves to the marketplace. I'll give you an example. I had 3 people. I had to do some video before I knew how to do video, and I asked around, and I had 3 to 5 people come to me and say, hey, we can do video for you, edit it, all that good stuff. One guy charged $2,500. Another guy charged like $1,500, and then the third guy was like, oh, I'll do it for $750. I was like, what? And then he sent me his work, and it was just as good as the first 2 guys, and I was like, well, shit, I'm going with him. He was $750. The more I talked with him, the more we did business, and I was like, wow. I got one hand, I was like, man, I got a steal of a job. And on the other hand, I was like, dude, you don't know your worth. Why are you only charging? And I was like, oh. People come into your life for a reason or for a season, right? To teach you something, sometimes about yourself. And I was like, ooh, I'm underselling myself to the marketplace. You're underselling yourself to the marketplace because you don't see yourself, sell yourself, and brand yourself as a leader. You don't see yourself or sell yourself or brand yourself as an expert in your field. So you're like, hey, I'll take whatever you got. Any pay, don't worry about it. I just need a job. Okay. How's that working? You have to believe that you are the man, the woman, right? You have to flip that and mentally transition from a soldier's mindset to a business professional's mindset. You have to have that confidence to sell yourself to the marketplace as a leader because you are one. If you're in the military longer than 30 days, I know something about you. I know it. 1, you grunt at people. Stop grunting at people. But 2, you're mentally stronger than most people out there, right? You've been through deployments, you're stationed up at Fort Bragg like this guy, right? There's another level in you. But we're taught to be humble. Don't be a superstar. Don't be a hero. Don't be a hero, soldier. Like, nah. In the civilian world, if you don't sell yourself as a hero, you're not going to get paid. You undersell yourself. I know you are. I know you are. Whatever you're making right now, you probably left $20,000 on the table. Easy. There's probably somebody out there who does the exact same job as you who makes W a paycheck. Charles Barkley, I guarantee. Thank you, Chuck. Right? We all do it. You undersell because you don't believe or you weren't taught how to sell yourself, right? So I need you to change that because it's affecting your paycheck. Number 8, you're making a job search about you, me. Help me, hire me. Hey, I need a job. Help me, hire me. Hey, help me, hire me. Well, my company is hiring, so my company has a problem that I need you to manage. I need you to solve my company's problem. And you're making a job search about you. Help me, hire me. That's why you're not getting hired. You have to see yourself and sell yourself and brand yourself as a market leader, whatever it is you say that you do. The world needs to know that you can solve their problem in that particular lane. So instead of saying, hey, help me, hire me, I say, hey, how can I help your business grow? How can I help your business make more money, save more money, or save time? Say that again because it's so important. How do I help your business make more money, save more money, or save time? Those are the 3 biggest problems to businesses in any industry. I got a money problem, I got a lack of money, and a lack of time. Like usually a process. Go back to the mom and pop. You know, he's trying to do everything. He's working, and we had a guy who was doing breakfast and lunch around our job, and he was working, I think they were 15-hour days, like 6 days a week. That is not a job, that is hell. Right? So, but it's crazy. You have to make the job search that, hey, I am a rock star in my lane, and you are losing if you will not hire me because I can solve business. I can solve the problems that your business has. You need to sell yourself as a world-class problem solver, and their business would be lucky to have you. You cannot say, help me, I need the money. Can't say that. You have to say, let me help, let me. It would, with Chick-fil-A, when they give you the damn waffle fries or the tea or that damn chocolate milkshake. Ooh, they say it's a pleasure, right? It's a pleasure to serve you. So you should flip it. Use the Chick-fil-A mentality. It will be a pleasure and an honor for me to solve problems for your business. Your resume needs to say that. Your LinkedIn needs to say that in some capacity. Call it a servant leadership, right? You need to serve. It's not ask to be hired. I want to help your business grow, right? You got to understand, I know this is kind of weird to look at it like that. Your salary is not just your salary, your healthcare, your dental. The business has to pay you a salary every week or every month, right? It takes away from them. So in reality, sometimes you're not an asset to them, you're a liability, because your salary takes away from their bottom line. So if they pay you money, that's why in a recession, COVID-19, Delta Airlines was like this. First week of COVID, no more flights. So they was like, we still got to pay all these people money. 800 people were let go first week of COVID. 800 people were let go first week of COVID with Delta. Because they were like, dude, we're not making no money, so we just gonna stop paying y'all, because giving a salary takes away from our bottom line. So you have to really, really sell yourself as an asset, not a liability, right? And the best way to do that, I'm consistently saying, I can help your business solve problems in that lane that you say that you do. Because you are not a soldier, you're a business professional. You just specialize in, what do you specialize in? Right? So cool. So number 9, you did not use all of your resources. So if you're still in the military now or a veteran, y'all got no excuse to be unemployed. I know that's the biggest issue in the veteran community, but there's so many networks and conferences and conventions, and this person's hiring and that person's hiring. I got access to the same internet y'all do. I've got a list of 100 websites. Let me pull up Modern Day Jobs. This website, moderndayjobs.com. It is phenomenal. I showed this on another video recently. They have 100 websites that you can use to find remote jobs. moderndayjobs.com. moderndayjobs.com. It's got all of the remote sites. But things like this, like Fiverr, Upwork, flexjobs.com, all these different remote sites you guys can use to find remote work. Y'all got so many resources out there to your hand. There's no reason for y'all to be unemployed. None. COVID took my job. I'm like, oh, congratulations on your freedom. My company got bought out. Congratulations on your freedom. My company closed. Congratulations on your freedom. Am I trying to be a jerk? No, but I'm saying there's usually something else out there. There's a bigger picture for you, right? Unemployment sucks, but you got to understand, sometimes you get exposed to something because you were meant to do something about it. I went through my whole travesty and I was like, oh wow, unemployment and lack of jobs. I was going through what I thought was a nightmare, but the reality of it is that I got exposed to my dream. And my dream is to help soldiers get through their nightmare. Never would have got exposed to that if I never would have went through that struggle, right? The struggle is necessary. But you are not using all of your resources. There's way too many out there. You can go to my site, ritchiethomas.com. I got a plethora of resources for you guys to use, including my first book, The Mediocre Miracle. Talk about establishing your own LLC, establishing multiple streams of income via real estate, things like that. This brother on Instagram and or social media, he's got his plan to become a millionaire through vending machines. I was like, I've never in my life thought about owning a vending machine. That's the smartest thing I've ever heard of. $3,000 a year per one vending machine, he claims, right? So you're not utilizing all your resources. Social media is not social media. It is actually business media. Shout out to Coach K. I promise you I was listening. So you're not using all your resources. And number 10, rock star. You are a rock star. and you're not selling yourself to the marketplace as a rock star. So the world needs to know what it is that you do and that you are a rock star at it. And they should be fighting to hire you. They should be fighting to hire you. They should be fighting to hire you. But you are not marketing and selling yourself as a rock star, solving problems in your business, in your lane, that you really are, because you are. But we undersell and we undermarket ourselves, and you're not selling yourself as a rock star in your lane. And that's the biggest reason people don't get hired, right? It's reality of it is a marketing problem, right? You have a marketing problem, right? So you shouldn't be the best kept secret in your industry. Everybody needs to know, not necessarily you, but what it is your skill set does for their business. Oh, I want you to come work for me. I want you to come work for me. I want you to come work for me. Get out of me. Get out. Right? You should not be the best kept secret in your industry. That's a horrible thing. And 2 bonus points for you guys here. My first top 10, but 2 bonus points I would add. A lot of times, your resume and your LinkedIn, you're using the military jargon and you don't know the language of business, right? A business is a repeatable process that makes money. Money. If you don't have certain keywords in there, bottom line, anything related to financial, business is all about the dollar, unfortunately. So how are you helping them with that? So using the language of a business professional versus using the language of the military and language of a soldier, it's very, very different. That's why I'm such a big proponent of hiring a professional resume writer, right? So you do not know the language of business is my first bonus point there. So important. And the same thing, your resume is basically, LinkedIn is your online resume. So your resume, your LinkedIn are one and the same. And a lot of times the hiring managers, HR directors, they're using certain keywords that executives use if you're looking for an executive job or a certain level of pay. But if your LinkedIn doesn't have some of those keywords, like how are they ever going to find you in the search? Keyword is no different than a hashtag. They want somebody who's got executive experience at XYZ, and you don't have that on your LinkedIn because you don't know the language of business. Well, you have a marketing problem, right? So not knowing the language of business is costing you thousands. Right. Number 2 for a bonus is networking. Network. I know that we're at a society now that's like we've all turned into hardcore introverts because of the cellular devices. But the reality is when you're in a room full of people, everybody hates this dirty word of networking, but you need to be in there shaking hands, kissing babies, exchanging business cards. Someone told me exchanging business cards is shit. If you didn't close the deal, you wasted your time. And I was like, ooh, I got to steal that. So I did. So yeah, you need to be in there trying to move and shake the dollar around for their business. Again, the world needs to know. It's not what you know, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And they need to know to find you. So when y'all go to conventions and conferences, like instead of being like the fly on the wall, like you be in the middle of that crowd, moving and shaking. To be a celebrity, to be on Instagram, no, to feed your family. Because COVID-19 is out here and there is no signs of stopping this virus. So we don't know how long we're going to be in a situation. So even if you're in a situation where you're a virtual conference or at a virtual convention, or somebody you met at a convention from 2 years ago and you had the business card and you didn't do anything with it, like that person's probably got a problem in their business that they'll pay you for, but because you didn't utilize your network, it's a large reflection of your net worth, right? So cool. So those are my top 10 reasons why you guys are not getting hired. Whew, I'm tired. So that's my time, y'all. Again, my name is Ritchie Thomas and I'm a soldier's coach, and I'm reminding you that you are forever a soldier, but you are really a business professional. And I'm saluting your mind, body, and soul. And I would tell you peace out. But the reality is most of y'all need peace in. Thank you. Boom.